Alright, what's up everyone? Before I go to bed, I want to give you one more game. Excuse me. Get some hiccups. Just make sure we're not playing against a computer this late at night. I do not believe we are, but it is a new account, but I should be fine. So we're doing a 30-minute game here, so I have more time to explain things. Okay, so this I actually still have to study some more, but you still obviously want to put a bishop here on b7. However, your normal strategy where you just try to kill the protection of the e4 pawn doesn't work because it's already being protected. I think an immediate d5 is pretty good in this position. I mean, for one, he blocked his bishop, access to getting to b5, so it's okay exposing the king a little bit. Okay, so he's choosing not to engage. I wonder, is f6 playable or is that too crazy? I could also just take the center with c5 since he's giving it to me. And that way he's not going to be able to protect it easily with d4. So I like the idea for c5. His bishop is still blocked. And then I can attack the pawn. Yeah, because I don't want to do anything weakening like f6. I mean, if I can castle soon, that's one thing, but he just moves the knight one time, and then this annoying check comes in. So I'll play c5, I'll take the center. Okay, he wants c3, so he's kind of signaling that he wants to play d4. Okay, that's fine. If I go knight here, does that deter it at all? No. However, what that does do is tackle this pawn. Although it's not in time, is it? No, because it gets protected. Not to mention that his bishop is then going to be free, and that'll be an annoying pin. What if I play d4 now? We get takes take. And this pawn is stuck, so he can't get out. And it's not that easy to target either, because the bishop can't come here. If he just moves his pawn there, we're happy. But I think d4 might be playable. The only thing is, this move is possible now. So, I mean, it's defendable, but do we want to do that? Let's say, for example, I defend with queen, right? Let's say he captures, I would recapture with a knight. And this is in the instance that I played d4. So now takes, take, and knight would take, and he would be up a pawn, correct? It does seem that way. So let's say I play d4 and he puts his queen here on e4. Well, let's say that I played bishop to c6. This would effectively kick his queen out. And then what I could do is I could take this knight on f3, which he would have to recapture with the pawn, unless he moves all the way back with the queen, in which case I just played d4 for free. So I don't mind that, actually. I'm going to go ahead and play d4. I didn't think it all through, though. If he takes first, then I will recapture this move. This bishop move doesn't work because he takes with the queen. So what I need to do instead, if he captures, I was going to say that I need to capture the knight, but then he takes with the queen, and he's actually gunning at my rook, so that is no good. I wonder if I'll have to go down a pawn here. So he chose a different move to make. He can sacrifice for that pawn, unfortunately. If I go here, boom, boom, is this available? I could play g6, but I think he has e6, so I would take, then I'm just outcastling rights. But he's actually even material with me. What if I played e6? Knight's being threatened. e6 can't be played. I think I'm pretty happy there. I think e6 might be my move. I wonder if we'll see the sack. If he doesn't take the pawn on f7, I'm thinking the next move I'll play might be knight to e7. Because knight's never going to have a home on... Sorry, I just thought of another move I could have played. I could have just played knight h6 immediately. Then if he captures, I recapture with knight. I have no threat of him taking with bishop because of bishop being blocked by the knight. And then I could have just moved to a new home on f5 if he moves back, for example. But yeah, I think I'm still fine. Alright, so he seems to be wanting to go for a checkmate pretty early on. If I were to go knight h6 now, he doesn't have his winning play. Do I want that? I think it's bad. What if I played g6 immediately? I don't think that's bad either, actually. And g6 allows me to play a quick bishop g7, which targets the e5 pawn. I'm going to play g6. He might take this, though. No, he wouldn't, because then the queen's under pressure. Alright. Something else that might actually be playable here soon. Bishop h6. Then this is getting threatened twice. Okay, is he trying to take that with a knight? I don't get that. Maybe h5? Still really kick him home? I mean, this move's actually available now. Yeah, I could kind of get some quick development going. h6. Yeah, I like these 30-minute games though, because I can't play as like BS openings as I like to normally, which is good because I'm trying to prepare for a classical tournament. Go here now. Not to mention, it's helping me think through openings a lot better. Right, but why can't I just play h5 here? I just really like my position. One said I have the castle right now. See, he can't even protect that knight super easily right now. If I were to go h6. Bishop h6 says. But I'd probably just go bishop g7 and then like knight c6 and play pretty solidly. And I could castle queenside. Also can't forget that we have that battle in the middle of the board going on around d4. Yeah, nothing's happening now, but that's because we're kind of in a war with his queen. We got some quick development going though, so that's good for us. He doesn't have any more sack threats that I know of. I think it's too early to say where I want to put my bishop. So I kind of want to move this knight first. Which square would I rather it be on though? I'm thinking d7 because I also cover this square. I know he's also going to try some bullshit like this too, but if my knight has to move, I have the option to go back here. Probably knight here for starters. They don't block my bishop. That should be good. Now one of these next moves I'll go bishop g7. If he drops back to defend it with knight to f3, then I'll have queen to c7, and all of a sudden he doesn't have another way to protect it. Okay. Do I have bishop h6? No, because he just moves the knight, right? Then he doesn't have anything. I win the pawn at the end of that, though. Is that? It's not bad. But do I want more? Because I can clear up this mess right now. Just by going here. No, I guess I can't clear it up just yet. So you could just protect it like this. Yeah, probably better to go with my first plan. Attacking this. He also could creep in this way though, I did not consider that. Then he could hop to d6, which is quite annoying. Okay. So, he's offering me a knight. That or I have to let him go in. He's also offering me a pawn. So these checks don't exist once I take this. So maybe we're okay with that. Yeah, these checks don't exist now, so this is not a threatening move. Now I can capture this and I'm pretty happy. Okay, cool. Take, oh, let's just say take, for example. Take, pawn has to recapture. Do I have anything there? Or do I just have to move my knight? I think I just have to move my knight. Did I get anything? No, f6 falls to knight takes e6, so that's no good. What about just a nice and simple knight f6? Because taking doesn't do anything for me now, but maybe I could kick him out. With knight f6. Now this is reopened. If he takes, I can take with bishop. Have a nice double threat against the knight. This diagonal will open up. I don't think that's bad. Oh, better yet. Takes, I could take with the queen. Then I could look to capture. Bishop could capture winning the queen. Or the rook. A few ideas. Obviously, as it stands, takes, knight takes, bishop takes, and I think he's just kind of out of place. Ooh. So he's weakening his king here. But he would have a decent pawn structure. Here and bishop here is my next thought. Also could creep into here with my knight. So it's a few options there. But it seems like getting that exchange is not as beneficial to me as it was before. What about this? Now I can pressure this move. This knight still can't exist because of my bishop. I'm gonna have the computer verify, but I think I'm doing a good job here this game. Thus far, at least. Okay. Well, I can go here right away, or I can go here first and then there. Does that make a difference? Actually, my knight could also just go right to f4. So all the above are possible. No, because I like that bishop there, because it's preventing his knight from doing absolute shit. Yeah, so knight has to find a new home. So I'll go here. If he ever threatens to capture, then I have another one. Even that kind of backfires, then I'll take his bishop, I think. Take away castling. If he does absolutely nothing these next few moves too, I have this available with the discovery. Well, that discovery wouldn't work, but maybe a discovery works. Ooh, I actually didn't realize this, but I am blocking his pieces to his knight. So maybe now bishop here would also win that. Takes and queen takes. Yeah, tactics are starting to come alive because it's a good position. was actually at a chess club the other day, and I think someone referred to my b6 opening as the Owen's defense, so I see it appear on my screen as well. They must not have just been saying random stuff. Maybe they actually knew. What? Wow. Okay, well, I won a single pawn and he resigned. Upgrade to computer engine moves. Don't you get a free game review? Yeah, you get one free game review. I want to see. It's 88% accuracy. I only had one inaccuracy. Wow. And that was after I was already stomping. What was it at the end there? -6. Holy crap. Okay, let's look real quick. Because I had to think a lot. You get b6, d3, bishop b7, knight f3, and I played d5. But e6 is actually what they prefer. So e6 is what I need to remember. I wonder if it's e6 into d5 maybe. Let's see. G3, d6, c3. I guess it really depends on what's going on. But they say d5 is okay. But he ignored it. I played c5 again. They say it's okay. I actually preferred earlier d4. Wow. Oh. Excuse me. They prefer I take up that space as soon as possible. Because it's protected by the queen, so it should be fine. We get c3. I push d4, so they do like that here. Knight g5 is an inaccuracy, okay. I played e6, which they say is good. We get queen h5, g6, queen goes back, knight h6. I actually prefer knight to d7. Couldn't tell you why, but that's what they prefer. Maybe just going after the pawn earlier, because it's not defended right now. That could be it. Yeah, I understand it now, actually. Because when you play knight d7, this does have to be protected. But there's no piece that could protect it that hasn't been developed yet. Only these two pieces could possibly, defend it in any sort of way. So basically, they're having to move the same pieces multiple times. I'm only having to move this once, and then I could already move the next piece. This was still good, obviously. I got a great position here. We get knight d7. Knight comes over to d2. I played bishop. Okay, so they did like bishop h6. I was just going for that pawn. They actually prefer a knight captures it, huh? That is nuts to me. Because knight capturing allows this check. Or no, it doesn't. Because my queen would be free then. Let me just look at how this position looks otherwise. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I guess just because you have two insanely good knights here in the middle, so you kind of cover everything. Whereas if you did this, then if you move the knight, it's no longer protected. I'm not sure. I guess the bishop covers everything no matter where it is, whereas the knight covers more in the center. That's my guess, at least. Bishop captures, queen goes back. I got knight f6. So this was my inaccuracy. They like f6. Why do they like f6? Knight goes f3, of course. g5. Wait, what? Why'd it go down? Just showed I was stomping. There's an error classifying the move. What on earth does that mean? Did I lose internet? I don't know what that means. Did we break Stockfish somehow? Maybe on the free version they don't look. G5. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's just because I'm on the free version doesn't like doing that. But anyway, knight went to f6. He played f3. So I moved my knight to d5, just raising the pressure. I played knight d to e3, which they thought was best. Okay, so this was the best move. Like I said, I was analyzing this, going here, here, here. Bishop going here first, just backing up. There were so many ways I could have played that, so I'm glad I picked the right one. And then, okay, this is how the game could have continued. So this is where he resigned right here. But yeah, we're apparently up 6 points. So what I really don't understand is why they say I'm up 6 points, then here they say I'm up like 3. I wonder if this is just like the average of all the moves he can make would be -6, whereas the best moves would be -3. Because this is probably more accurate as to what the position is. Although I think this... Okay, yeah, because the engine eval is saying it's -2.76. So they're also going off of, with the best play from white, this is what the position is. Okay. Confusing to me, but it is what it is. Anyway, that was a nice game. Got to play some early game on black, which normally I absolutely fumble every game, so I'm going to like these slow-mos, and I hope that you guys can learn a thing or two from them as well while I'm learning. But I'll catch you guys on the next episode, and thanks for sticking around.